Ho, ho, ho! This is a Saturday Morning TVLog from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Ho, ho! Welcome to another Saturday Morning TVLog, and this time around it's Lidsville, brought to us by Sid and Marty Krofft Productions. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome. I'm Joel. This is the Big D. Well, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Sorry, I'm getting a little. Anyway, I'm back again with another Saturday Morning TVLog. This week it's Lidsville, the third series given to us by Sid and Marty Krofft, the guys who gave us HR Puff and stuff and the Bugaloos. Now, like those two, the series combined two types of characters: conventional actors in makeup taped alongside performers in full mascot costumes. I think it's, yeah, whose voices were dubbed in post-production. The show originally premiered on ABC and not NBC like the other two series did. However, that show would be rerun on the network later on. It premiered in September of 1971. Anyway, now the series opening was shot at Six Flags over Texas. Otherwise, the show was shot at Paramount Studios film studio in LA. Now, the show resembles an earlier British series, that being Town Tales, and just came out in '69, which used an almost identical concept but different characters and was produced in stop motion animation. Like the first two series the Crofts gave us, the show unfortunately only had one season. It ran for 17 episodes, however, but it did continue. But it did get rerun the next year. After that, NBC picked it up for reruns. And like HR Puppet stuff, Lidsville's title and subject matter were often interpreted as references to drug use. Like the word lid is slang for a hat or cap, as in flip your lid, but lid is also early 1970s slang for an ounce of cannabis. I think you know what that is. Like most children's shows of its era, Lidsville contained a laugh track. Now, the show involved a teenage boy named Mark, who was who, along with a group of kids, are watching a magic show at Six Flags over Texas. Mark was really stunned by the magic that Merlo the magician presented. Once everybody had left the theater, Mark was still a little curious and found Merlo's hat, which soon began to grow big. So he was still curious, though, Mark was, and but once he made it to the top of the rim, the hat began to shake, and down he goes. And soon he ends up in the mysterious place known as Lidsville, a land of living hats. The hats on the show are depicted as having the same characteristics as the humans who would normally wear them. For example, a cowboy hat would act and speak like a cowboy. The characters' houses were also hat-shaped. Now, the villain of the show is the vain, short-tempered Horatio J. Hodo. Yes. He's also somewhat naive and flew around in his catamaran, blasting the good citizens of Lidsville with bolts of magic and keeping them in fear, demanding that they pay him their hat tax. Yeah, I always like. I've watched the show a few times. I always like it when he does the magic. Oh my gosh. Mark helped the good hats resist as he attempted to find a way back home, which, like we've seen in HR Pub and stuff, we never do. Anyway, Hoodoo trying to reclaim control of the androgynous Winnie the Genie from Mark often enlisted the service of four bad hats. Mark was seen as a suspected spy against Hoodoo on behalf of the good hat people and was captured at Derby Dunes by Hoodoo's minions, the Bad Hats, the moment he had fallen to the world of Lidsville. He escapes from his clutches alongside a genie named Winnie, and in his high hat home, Hoodoo was constantly besieged by taunting music of his hat band, as well as all of his talking knickknacks. Parrot, Mr. Skull, Mountain Alligator Head, the Sawed in Half Lady, etc. Excuse me, everyone. Hoodoo also experienced further aggravation at the hands of his aides, the dim-witted Raunchy Rabbit and his two-faced card guard, Jack of Clubs. Hoodoo watched the action going on in downtown Lidsville from his hat home by using his evil eye, a device similar to its TV set that resembled an eyeball. He also had a hot chat line phone. The show relied on an endless array of puns based on hats. One such pun was Derby Dunes, an area in Lidsville which sand dunes were shaped like derby hats. Many of the episodes were about Mark trying to get back home, but the evil Hoodoo prevented him from leaving. Winnie, being a nervous bumbler, was in fact a genie, but many of the tricks and spells did not work correctly anymore after being a slave to Hoodoo for so long. In the show's final episode, scenes from some past episodes were featured as Hoodoo's mother had paid a visit to find out what has been going on in Lidsville, while making sure that her son is still bad. Unfortunately for Mark, he did not return home at the end, as I mentioned earlier. Music was also part of the show, with songs being performed by the characters in several episodes, just like what we got from the other two series. Again, after 17 episodes were produced and aired, the show ended. Now, it would be rerun in syndication. It would also be shown on, I believe, the Family Channel, which of course is freeform to us, and it has been shown on TV Land and many others. Now, actually, later on, there'll be numerous things to come out. It has been released on DVD by Rhino Entertainment in 2005. There's also been comic books from Gold Key Comics and many others. Characters from the show were featured in the Ice Capades during the early 70s. Let's see. And the show was parodied by HBO on their late night comedy program known as Mr. Show, and even several audio samples from the show can be heard in Marilyn Manson's Dope Hat. Let's see. And at the beginning of an episode of Millennium, the writer mentions that he had a part in a brilliant award-winning film as a small clip of Hoodoo is played on screen. And there was to be a film that would come out as a 3D animated musical from DreamWorks. But unfortunately, it just never made it. According to Sid Krofft, as he mentioned, in 2016, it was going to be like Hair or Tommy, a full-blown musical, but they went in a strange direction and it just didn't work. Oh well, it would have been cool if they had done that. I mean, even though they tried with Land of the Lost and failed, that film was just, I don't know. And if there ever was to be updates on them, Sid and Marty Krofft in them, other ways, I wish them the best of luck. I have seen the update of their next series. That was Sigma and the Sea Monsters, which I'll be doing a Saturday Morning TVLog of that later on in the future. So anyway, Lidsville I think is a very good show. Now then, for our main characters, we have Butch Patrick, who you know best as Eddie Munster, playing Mark. Playing Winnie the Genie, yeah, is Billy Hayes, who recently played Witchy Poo in HR Pub and Stuff. Playing Hoodoo is the bespectacled and very funny Charles Nelson Riley before he became a big star on Match Game. Why did I say bespectacled? Because he has glasses on. Well, if I use bespectacle in the wrong way, I humbly apologize. Believe me, I liked Hoodoo. He was a pretty good villain. Let's see. We also had the voices of Walker Edmiston, Frank Nelson, Lane Weinrib, and well, several others. Joan Gerber, and lots of others voicing the particular characters around Lidsville. Now, the Bad Hats consist of Mr. Big, Captain Hooknose, Bella, and Boris. Let's see. There's lots of others, but let's see. Now, for the others, there's well, the good hats. We have Rah Rah. Let's see, Madame Ringading, Motor Wheels. That's elderly gray-haired motorcycle helmet. See, there's Nursey and Colonel Poom, who actually was the performer in the costume was the late Felix Silla, who you may know best as the guy who portrayed Cousin It in the Addams Family. And there's lots of others. But anyway, Lidsville is pretty good. I'll give you a look at what some of it looks like in case you've never seen it. Well, you can see that the big guy with the top hat is Hoodoo, and you can see Mark. And there's a lot of the bad hats there. And I'm pretty sure this is a promotional photo, but here's Butch Patrick as Mark, along with Billy Hayes, who played Winnie. Now, fun fact though, I learned that she actually did play Witchy Poo in one episode of Lidsville, as a matter of fact. Now, here's a look with there's Winnie, and there's a lot of the Lidsville residents. So now you see what the good citizens of Lidsville look like. And here's a look at Charles Nelson Riley. He's Hoodoo. He also played Merle the Magician in the opening credits too. So anyway, I liked a lot of this show. I've probably seen about all the episodes. It's been a long time since I last saw it. And well, I don't know about you. It'd be tough to actually find actual episodes of this. I think you can only find the intro. I'm trying to look through. I think you can only find the introduction on YouTube. No full episodes though, just the intro. But if you haven't seen the show yet, I'd say if you can find this somewhere, then give it a watch. If you liked HR Pub and Stuff, or even the Bugaloos, or shows that Sid and Marty Krofft later gave us, like Satan and the Sea Monsters, then you'll feel right at home with Lidsville. It may not have given us that much of good in for its main character like HR Pub and Stuff did, but nevertheless, it still was a pretty fun show. So, what are your thoughts on Lidsville? You ever seen the show? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned. Tonight, I'll be giving to you my review of The Prince of Egypt. So, I hope you liked this, and if you did, check out my Saturday Morning TVLogs for Sid and Marty Krofft's first two programs. In the upper left-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TVLog on HR Pub and Stuff. The upper right-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TVLog on the Bugaloos. Or if you'd like a little more Charles Nelson Riley, see the Saturday Morning TVLog I did for the underrated, short-lived Filmation-produced show Uncle Croc's Block, who, of course, was played by Charles Nelson Riley. He was Uncle Krofft, which is actually one of my most viewed Saturday Morning TV logs. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TV log, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TV log is Wish Kid, starring Macaulay Culkin. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.